students. Today let us discuss about production possibility curve. So as we discussed in previous class, because of scarcity, every economy want to face a fundamental problem, that is what to produce, how to produce, for whom to produce. So in order to understand precisely, we will be discussing a tool called production possibility curve in today's class. The word itself indicates production possibilities. Production is nothing but converting a raw material into finished good. Possibilities, option available. So what are the options available in the process of production? It's going to talk about what are the options it is available to a country to produce the goods and services. So let us discuss by understanding its meaning. Possibility curve is a graphical representation of all possible combination of two goods that can be produced with the given resource and technology. It's very simple. It's a graphical representation. It's a graphical representation which is going to show us what are the possible combination of producing two goods with the given resource and technology. What is this given resource and technology? Fixed resources and fixed technology. We can say like this: with available resources or with available resource and technology, what are the possible combination we will have in order to produce two goods? That is production possibility curve. Once again, a graphical representation of all possible combination of two goods that can be produced with a given resource and technology. So as a human being, as a country, they can produce many goods and services. To make an example simple, we are considering only two goods. With the resources, what are the possibility we have in producing two goods? So before going to that, we should understand assumption. Based on following assumption, the production possibility curve depends. The first assumption, that is resource are fixed, which means resources constant. It won't change. Resource can't increase, it can't reduce. It's already fixed or given in the country. We can't increase or decrease, but it can be transferable. For example, a same resources can be used to produce one good or other good. We can produce corn or cotton. So the resource can be transferable. We can use same resources in order to produce two goods. That is the first assumption, that is resources given. Second, only two goods can be produced with available resources. We can only produce two goods. In this example, we are considering production of corn and cotton. Our next assumption is the resources are fully and efficiently utilized. Whatever resources is available in a country, we're going to fully utilized. Total resources is used in order to produce goods and services, and with efficiency. It is also properly utilized. And last assumption is technology is constant. Even there is no any improvement in technology, or we are not increasing the quality of technology or decreasing the quality, where technology is constant. So we're going to explain production possibility curve using a table. Consists of 3 column: possibilities, corn, cotton. So we are in this example we are taking there, we can produce two goods. One is corn and one is cotton. So most corn related to agriculture, cotton, process of cotton comes under industrial goods. So what are the possibilities we have in the production of corn and cotton? So suppose we are utilizing all the resources in order to produce cotton, we can produce 10 unit of cotton where we cannot produce corn. So if we are utilizing all the resources in order to produce cotton, we can produce 10 unit of cotton, but we cannot produce corn. That is possibilities A. One more possibility is there, that if you are utilizing all the resources in order to produce corn, we can only able to produce 4 units of corn, but we cannot produce cotton. We know that in a society, corn is also important, cotton is also important. But A and E is too extreme. At point A, where we are producing only cotton, we are not able to produce corn, this combination. And point E, where we are only producing corn, we are unable to produce cotton because the resources fully utilized to produce cotton at A. Here the resources at point E, the resources is fully utilized for corn in order to produce 4 units. But there are other possibilities where we can produce both the good. That is point B, C, D. So if we want to increase the production of corn, we want to reduce the production of cotton because the resource is limited. We cannot produce both the goods simultaneously in a larger quantity. If we want to increase the production of corn, we want to reduce the production of cotton. For example, if we are utilizing some resource in order to produce corn, we can produce 1 unit of corn, but there will be a reduction of production of cotton. Suppose we are increasing corn production to 2 unit, there will be a reduction of production of cotton by 7. Suppose we are increasing the production of corn for 3 unit, we want to reduce the cotton from 7 to 4 unit. Suppose we are using, in order to produce 4 corns, the resource is full empty, we cannot produce cotton. So which clearly shows that in order to increase one good, we want to reduce the other good because of scarcity. If we have more resources, we can produce simultaneously corn and cotton, but unfortunately in the society we have very less resources, so we want to make a choice. Which product we're going to produce more, which product we're going to produce less. So this is the one of the example what are the possibilities we have. In this table we have 1 2 3 4 5 possibilities. 2 possibilities is extreme. At point A, only cotton is produced when we're going to fully utilize it. At point E, we can only produce corn. Between B, C, D, we are producing both the good. We can clearly explain this. Let us now explain the production possibility curve using a diagram. In OX-axis, we are representing production of corn. In OY axis we are representing production of cotton, and point A, B, C, D, E represent different production possibilities. Point A and point B are two extremes in production of cotton and corn. At point A, when we are going to utilize all the resources in order to produce cotton, we can only produce 10 units of cotton, but we are unable to produce corn. When we are going to plan to only produce corn by utilizing all the resources, we can able to produce 4 units of corn, but we are unable to produce cotton. So point A and point E shows the two extremes where we can produce only one good, whereas point B, C, D shows the where we can produce both the good, but we cannot produce both the goods simultaneously in a larger number. In order to produce one good extra, we want to reduce the production of other good. At point B, we are producing 1% of 1 unit of corn and 9 unit of cotton. At point C, we increased the production of corn by reducing the production of cotton from 9 to 7. At point D, by increase the production of corn from 2 to 3 by reducing the production of cotton from 7 to 4. When we are going to observe this diagram, we can observe the production possibility curve, that is A, B, C, D, E point represent in a concave. The shape of production possibility curve is always concave. It's because of the reason opportunity cost. Because of opportunity cost, the shape of production possibilities is always concave. Then what is opportunity cost? Very simple. Opportunity cost is the cost of next best alternative sacrifice in order to produce a good. It is the cost of next best alternative sacrifice in order to produce a good. We can understand by giving this diagram as an example. In order to produce one good extra, suppose we are planning to increase the production of cotton from 1 to 2. It is only possible by reducing the production of cotton from 9 to 7. So in order to produce one good extra, we want to reduce the production of other good. That is called as opportunity cost. In order to increase one good, we want to sacrifice the production of other good. One more example, if we had one plot of land, we can construct a building, or we can utilize it for agriculture purpose. When we are constructing a building, we cannot use it for agriculture purpose. When we want to use a land for agriculture purpose, we cannot use that land for construction building. That is called opportunity. We're going to choose the cost which is going to benefit us. So which means in order to increase the production of one unit, we want to reduce the production of other unit. When we're increasing corn from 1 to 2, it is only possible by reducing the production of cotton from 9 to 7. If you want to increase corn to 2 to 3, we want to reduce the production of cotton from 7 to 4. Because of opportunity cost, the production possibility curve is always concave in shape. This production possibility curve is also called as transformation curve. Sometimes it is also called as production possibility frontier. So in next class, let us discuss about consumer behavior and concept related to consumer behavior, and